Video today. We're doing 2 NFL player props here on PrizePicks for Thursday, September 25th. Before we get started, you guys, link in the description below. Video, hop into the Discord. $9.30 per month. Currently doing a promo right now. First-time members, 20% off your first month using promo code TUFF with the link in the description below. Check out that link. It's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. Other caption there as well. Overall, it's a positive community. Everyone in there just trying to help each other cash. But let's get right into it. 2 player props for this Thursday Night Football. Cardinals, Seahawks. Let's not waste any time. Let's go. So first play I'm looking at here is going to be Torrey Horton, rookie wide receiver for the Seahawks. I think this has a ton of upside in this matchup. Indoor game. Weather should not be a factor here. Obviously, I think we get a 1.5 point spread, 44-point game total. Obviously, with the division rivals, this game should be ultra competitive. But Torrey Horton, if we look over on Outlier, there's a link in the description. You guys get a 7-day free trial. Over 1.5 receptions is sitting here at minus 213 on DraftKings. If we go to his fantasy score log, obviously he's a young rookie player, so there's not like a ton of data to follow this up with. But 11.2 and 18.2 PPR fantasy points over on PrizePicks in these 2 games this season. I think it's actually, that might be an error. 18.2 seems wild. I don't think it's 12.2. 12.2 and 11.2. If we look over on RotoWire for his stats, his route participation has been slowly increasing, which is a great sign. Let's actually look at it right here. So he's ran 14, 17, and 12 routes over the last 3 weeks. But yeah, 11.2 and 12.2. So 2 catches, 32 and a touchdown. 3 catches, 32 and a touchdown. But I like this spot because I do think with the short week, I think he sees even more routes. Just with the injuries that Cooper Kupp has had in his career, I think they kind of give Torrey Horton some more routes run here, and we've already seen 8 different wide receivers clear this line. Brandon Cooks 5.6, Tremaine 7.8, Bourne 7.8, Rashid 9.3, etc. And then you can see obviously players like Hunter Renfrow and Pearsall have had 19 plus. On the season, the Cardinals are allowing the 7th most PPR fantasy points to the wide receiver position. Like I said, the snap count, he actually outsnapped or had the same snaps, almost the same snaps as Jackson Smith and Cooper Kupp last week. So this is a good spot overall for Torrey Horton at 5 fantasy. Juiced heavily over at least 2 catches with the touchdown upside. I like this spot a lot. Second play is going to be a targets prop. Where is the targets? It's going to be Trey McBride over 8.5. Again, the Seahawks defense is very much improved, obviously, with their new head coach from last season, McDonald. But Trey McBride on his targets last season was over in 9 of 16. When you filter this to at home, he was over in 3 of 8, but the last 3 of the season, 14, 10, and 11. We look at Titans this season versus the Seahawks. Juwan Johnson, 8 targets, and he didn't even play like the 4th quarter. Freiermuth and Johnny Smith, both of the Steelers, had 8, and then Kittle and Stoles had 7 combined, or Kittle and Tongas had 7 combined. And then we saw last week Stoll have 3 as well, so 11 total targets from the Saints. But the Seahawks defense, like I said, 5th highest quarterback hurry percentage. And we look at tight ends this season, they're allowing the most receptions to the tight end position. Obviously, there's a ton of upside there. And then Trey McBride, against this McDonald defensive scheme that the Seahawks run last season, he had 14 and 15 targets. And then when McDonald was the DC with the Ravens, he also faced them back in 2023 and had 14 targets. So essentially these 3 games versus this same sort of defensive scheme that the Seahawks will play, 14, 15, and 14 targets, right? So again, just a ton of upside for Trey McBride. I think James Conner being out here as well helps him. Just with the overall upside, obviously, is the wide receiver 1. Kyler Murray's number 1 option. And then with the type of, scheme that the Seahawks do run defensively, I think there's a spot here for them as well. So let me know.